May I suggest that you get paper and pencil ready now?
Hey church planners, this is part 2 of the interview that I had with my father. I hope you guys enjoyed the first one. Here's some more.
Listen carefully. Write down. It is important.
Well, the first thing and the most important thing, I can't say it loud enough, this is the most important thing they do, is they need to pray. The battle is won in heavenly places. It's not strategy, it's not methodology, it's God. We got to catch up with God's work and God's Spirit, let Him do what He needs to do. And that's through prayer. I encourage, in fact, I challenge them that they need to have what I call a prayer covering. They need to at least have 100, some people say 1,000, but I'll give them 100 people that are praying for them every day. Because Satan, if he can beat you up and get you discouraged from planting, he's got the city already going to hell. So we got to get serious about prayer. And then get a team that's praying for you and your family. Because if your family's going to get attacked, you've got a bullseye on your body, on yourself, and on your family to attack you and to try to destroy you. And the other thing connected with prayer is prayer walks, praying through communities and asking God to, for me, I'm getting old, so I do prayer drives. But praying through an area and asking God to show them this is where they need to plant. I give people suggestions where to plant, but I don't tell them where. But I ask them to go pray over it. God's Spirit will show you if that's where you need to be. Our goal is to help them match up with people, lifestyles, culture that they fit. Ideally, it's going back to where you grew up, where you have your own neighborhood, you have your own network of friends already. But if you're coming from outside that city or that community, then you got to ask God to raise up those persons of peace that know the community well. And when they say, let's go to church, they'll go. In the drug culture, that's the gang world, that's your shot caller. When he gets saved, he says, let's go to church. Everybody goes to church because he tells them to. So that's what we're asking God for. The other thing is relationships. You just got to spend time in the community. Find out where people hang out. If it's at the soccer fields, you go hang out at soccer fields on Saturdays and build relationships. If it's at a certain coffee house or a restaurant or community center, you go hang out. You build relationships with people and get involved in the community. Find out what they feel are the felt needs and help meet those needs so you can tell them about the greatest need, Jesus. That works whenever culture, whatever people do. That's the biblical principles work. And of course, the most important, prayer's the most important, God's the most important one. But I would say evangelism. We're not trying to reach church people. We got to go after lost people. And so you got to have an evangelistic heart. And we see this so much, what we call divine appointments. You're walking the streets praying, and God will bring somebody across your path. You start a conversation with them. They're just ready and ripe for the gospel. They're ready to hear. Some people, it may take you 6 months to win them to Jesus or get them to even start talking about Jesus. But you start that process. It's developing relationships with an opportunity to be their friend, first of all, not just for a convert so you can put a mark on your belt, but because you care about them. People want to know that you care about them. It's a lonely world. Even in the big cities, it gets lonely. So we need to be able to build relationships, care for them, do simple acts of kindness with them, go the extra mile. And people will respond to that. People will say, wow, that's what Christians are, I want to have that. So those are the basic things that I encourage all church planners. Buildings are important, but that's the least of the importance. People. You got to reach people first, and then they'll help you find a building.